Hey, are you Emily?
Yes, I am.
Do you want to walk around the Minneapolis Farmers Market today?
I would love to. So I'm a registered dietitian, and I've been a dietitian for a decade now. And I most recently started my own membership where I teach people how to use seasonal produce to meal prep for their weeks. And it's so fun because it gets you more connected with your local, farmers, and food tastes so much better when you're eating it in season. I had no idea that there was seasonal produce growing up, even though I grew up on a farm. These are so good. They're so sweet, they taste like grapes. People get really burned out on eating the same foods over and over again. We got like tacos and pizza and pasta, and they can't think, or they don't have the time to go on Pinterest and look up new recipes. And so it's really fun for me to do that work for them and show them how they can take some of their family's favorites and like take a twist on it with using new seasonal produce. Especially right now, we're getting into squash season and potatoes, tomatoes, and those things we think of like soups and stews and like hearty meals. But we can also do things like with Acorn Squash, like we can cut it in half and we can stuff it with different types of meat and vegetables and seasonings, and we can bake them in our oven, and your house will smell amazing. And it's really fun. Like, think about as a kid, like eating out of half of an acorn squash. Like, the squash is the bowl and you get to eat it. It's actually like really fun and exciting. It's a great way to expose people, even adults, to different foods. I'm a big fan of joining a local CSA if you can. So CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture. So you're partnering with a farm in your state, usually, that will deliver a box of fresh produce to your neighborhood every single week through spring, summer, and fall months. So I love doing CSAs. Getting to a farmer's market is also great. Minnesota is a leader when it comes to farmers markets and CSAs in general. Some people would have to drive over 2 hours to get to a farmer's market in their state. So it is really cool that we have this as an option.
Hillcrest Orchard, Buffalo, Minnesota.
Awesome. Really good.
What's so special about your apples?
It's more chemicals as possible.
Attached.
It's almost not possible to do any.
Yeah. I just didn't feel like stopping.
It's being videotaped, huh? Don't mind me.
Oh, there it is.
Orchard.
And I can teach you how to find meat locally. If you're specifically in Minnesota, you of course can come to something like a farmer's market or shop at a food co-op. We have an awesome website in Minnesota called Minnesota Grown. And if you don't live in Minnesota, you can also search like Iowa Grown will have their own website, and you can just type in what you're looking for, whether it's beef or chicken or pork, and it will find it closest to you, and it'll list out all these farms, and you can kind of vet them for what you're looking for. Open membership enrollment 3 times a year when the seasons change, so we just had enrollment, and if you're really interested, you can always reach out to me. But I bring people in groups, so then we all start together, and I teach the art of meal prep. So if you feel like Monday morning comes around and it's always chaotic and you're just grabbing a tiny cup of yogurt or granola bar, or maybe even skipping breakfast, like I am going to teach you how to wake up Monday morning and have something that actually is going to satisfy you and keep you fuller longer. It's just kind of funny, like I never thought of there being a season to celery.
Oh, really?
But if you eat celery in the fall, it is so juicy and crisp, and the flavor is amazing versus when you have it in the spring when it's not in season, it's being shipped from somewhere else across the world. That's one of my favorite things about eating seasonally. Like, food just starts to taste just so different. First buying in season, like if you're gonna buy strawberries right now or strawberries in December, they're not gonna last you very long and they're not gonna taste very good. So first buy in season, that's very important. I like to like stagger produce that I buy, like knowing I'm buying things that I can use up earlier in the week that might go bad a little bit more quickly, and then things that I know will last a little bit longer later in the week. Storing like things like berries in jars. So I like glass containers with a lid. I do not wash them first. I just put them right into the glass container and store them in my fridge, and they will last at least 4 to 5 days longer. So you can find me at Anywhere Nutrition on Instagram, one word, Anywhere Nutrition. Nutrition. You can also go to anywherenutrition.com and grab a free meal plan if you want to see what meal prep is all about and what seasonal eating is all about. And send me a message. I'd love to hear that you watched this and if you have any questions.